Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app.
Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre, from bestsellers and new releases to celebrity memoirs, and what I'm really into these days, mysteries and thrillers.
Love them. And one of our friends, Elena Urquhart, you might know her from a little podcast called Morbid, wrote The Butcher and the Wren. It's a really great thriller about a serial killer. I mean, it is so scary. I cannot wait for the next one. And I love to listen to it.
And guess what? As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Crappens or text Crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/Crappens or text Crappens to 500-500.
Do you struggle trying to reach those corner lashes when applying mascara? L'Oreal Paris new Panorama Mascara catches every lash for corner-to-corner volume.
Your sister has been using this, right?
She loves it. Yes, they sent me some, and I gave it to my sister and my nieces. And actually, I looked at, I saw my niece the other day and was like, your eyelashes, is that the new mascara? She's like, yes, look at them. They were like fanned out. I mean, this is a great product.
You can buy Panorama Mascara on Amazon today.
Want to see life in panorama with fully fanned out lashes? Now you can with L'Oreal Paris Panorama Mascara that creates corner-to-corner panoramic lash volume.
Introducing the new Blink Mini 2, the tiny but mighty plug-in smart security camera. Mini 2 works inside or outside with the Blink weather-resistant power adapter, starting at just $49.98. New features include HD night view in color with a built-in spotlight and a wider field of view. Stay connected with two-way audio and crisp HD video. Plug in Mini 2 just about anywhere around your home for the ultimate peace of mind. Shop Mini 2 at Amazon.com/Blink.
Oh, hello and welcome to What Crappens, the podcast for all that crap that we love to talk about on ABC. Just kidding. Fuck that channel. On Bravo, everybody. I'm Ronnie. That's Ben over there. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Feeling 90 years old today, Ben.
What else is new? Am I right? Listen, I gotta say, I have to thank the good people.
You're supposed to say why. Why do you feel 90 years old, Ronnie? And then I'm supposed to say
Okay,
something.
why?
Right? That's because it's called banter, Ben. You're
No,
not
it's
just supposed to be like, you feel 90 years old every day. You old fucking carcass. You
I felt like it was an
carcass.
improvement. I thought it was an improvement as opposed to like 95. You're aging down. Okay, so what's wrong, Ronnie?
Nothing. Never mind, Ben. Okay, just go ahead. Please tell me whatever you were going to talk about.
No, I have to say,
I literally
all,
didn't have an
like, it's
opening
just
banter.
like, this is what life is like these days. We're always,
It
it's
is,
like,
yeah.
we always just feel old. So what's going on? What's triggered your age feelings?
Actually, I was just because I said ABC and that made me think of The Bachelor, and I know nothing that's going on that channel anymore, on The Bachelor anymore, and I just feel so old because people are, something big happened, or it's like the finale or something, and so everybody, you know, like Claire and Emma, the Claire and Emma pod, we love those girls, they're so nice, and we follow them, and I saw their thing, like, oh my god, blah blah blah, and then I saw Stephanie, and them on, you know, Bachelor. My old podcast, hello, what is wrong with me?
Rose Pricks?
Talking like something new's coming in, The Bachelor. I'm just like, and then I see the pictures they're posting, and I'm like, what are these people, 12? Do we have a Bachelor age 12? Because that's what TV is starting to look like to me. I'm
Bachelor
like,
the
why are
Prom.
children dating, and why are they dating on television? This should be illegal. And then Summer House, everybody's so young, and then this other Summer House we're doing, everybody's so young, and I'm just like, oh my God, I've never felt my underarm skin more. That's
I have to tell you, it's so funny about the Bachelor stuff because last night I like went onto Twitter and there was a big old photo of like Nick Viall with like a baby and just like tattoos. Sophie Ross, one of our colleagues, Sophie Ross, had posted it, and he just had these awful clip art tattoos. And I was like, if I had known this man had these horrible tattoos, I never would have said hello to him at an airport. Now I'm
Also
also mortified for myself. I never would have done it. I don't say hello to
His name
people
was-
with terrible clip art tattoos.
That's funny. Yeah, he has Katie and Dana on there. I saw. Can you tell I was lying in bed all day feeling old? I was like, I'm just going to watch Instagram all day.
Katie
from Vanderpump Rules and Dana from Vanderpump Rules.
Dana
Catan.
Dana. Oh, because they have their podcast.
Yes, on the Nick File Network.
Oh.
And so they're on there talking about whatever. You know, they're like, well, we'll talk more about it tomorrow on our podcast. It's like, oh, I'm watching this Instagram. Can you tell me in this Instagram? Because all I'm going to watch is your Instagram talking about what you talked. So don't like give me an advertisement for another podcast that I have to wait for the Instagram clip. You know what I mean? It's a lot of Instagram clips I'm waiting for.
Well,
basically.
Listen, there are a lot of, okay. I think one thing that we may have to do to make our lives better is to maybe cut out this like Bial world from ourselves, because it's obviously bringing us distress. And also
you're distressed. And we can't cut it out because I love your distressment. Is that a word? I love your distress.
Let's focus on positive things, which is that I want to thank the good people of the DiCecco Pasta organization. They are not sponsors of this show, but their pasta box is holding up my microphone today. So thank you for making an appropriately sized pasta box to make this experience much easier for me while I'm here in New York.
Also, thank you to TJ Maxx for providing that artwork behind Ben that makes him look like he's about to
Yes.
up it. Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Guitars.
TJ Maxx, for providing this generic apartment art. It's for guitars. Because who else loves to rock when you're in Midtown Manhattan?
That's Ben. Go over to Ben's. He's going to whip out a guitar and sing you a ditty.
Yeah, and I'm going to get a silly tattoo, and you can call me Ben Val. So today we're talking Below Deck, actually. You might not believe it, but we actually
We
are
are
talking
here
Below
to do
Deck.
that.
That is the plan.
That is the theory.
And we also will be talking all sorts of Bravo things at Netflix as a joke in early May 3rd. At the Kookaburra Lounge in Hollywood, we're going to do an intimate, hilarious show. So please come and join us for that. We're going to have so much fun and party afterwards. And then we're going to Europe. We're going to go to London and Birmingham and Dublin. It's going to be a great, great time. Can't wait to finally meet all our UK and Ireland listeners. That's just going to be a great, 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 great time. So go to watchwhatcrappens.com to get tickets for all those events.
Yes, and bonuses, videos, all that are on Patreon. This week, I think we're doing a preview of something. Not sure. Haven't talked
Who
about
knows
it.
what?
Possibly Jersey. I don't know.
We had talked about the Valley
the
being on the
Valley.
bonus, but now the Valley is going to be on the main feed, I think, right?
Oh, gosh. I don't know, everybody. There's a lot going on. Just keep coming.
Play it by
keep
ear.
coming back. We're here all the goddamn time.
I don't want to commit us to
Okay,
anything.
so Below Deck, Season 11, Episode 8. Kat has just left the boat. She's got issues with herself, with her friends, with her family. Kat got a call from a sobbing cat, which is funny because it was a sobbing cat talking to a sobbing cat, an actual kitty cat.
It's
Sobbing.
right.
Heard it myself.
Kat had to go off to another adventure. So she left, and all the guests were watching. And then Barb took it really hard, Barbie. She said, I want to jump off the boat. How about you? Okay, Barbie. Well, glad to see that you made yourself the victim in this cat scenario. And then Carrie has to go over to the guests because the guests are all watching and they don't know what's going on. They're like, oh, God, I hope she's okay. God, I feel so terrible for her. As they're sitting there sipping on their, their beverages and luxuriating in their
Nice or
vacation.
whatever.
It's like wealthy people concerned. Oh, dear.
Like that
someone
lady
from
with
the help.
Skrillex braids.
Yeah.
Have to keep bringing up Skrillex this week for no reason.
Skrillex.
And now I've said Skrillex a lot, so it's just appearing everywhere now. Now the universe is just playing a joke on me because Skrillex appeared 2 days in a row in my life, and I was like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And so now it's appearing everywhere. I don't know. I'm like, hey, Amazon, maybe it's time to order some new dog food. And she's like, you want me to play Skrillex? I'm like, no, that's not what I said.
You're like, Alexa, please get it together. My name's no longer Alexa. It's now Skrillex.
Did you mean Skrillex?
That was my
By the way, I'm too dependent on my little robot thing. She's literally coming on at night going, don't forget to take out your trash. I'm like, come on, Ronnie. Like, seriously? Do you have to have a machine remind you to take out the fucking trash? And apparently, yes.
Yeah, I do. I set a reminder to myself.
Bloop. don't eat that shrimp. God damn it. She knows me so well. Okay, so Carrie's like, we're 2 crew down and we're in a tough situation. My focus is supporting my crew. Also, learning Turkish. Let's face it, difficult. Both difficult. But I'm picturing the Titanic and the boat going down and the band playing, and then the band starts playing I Like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie. So I go punch the violinist in the face and I say, we're not doing that. We're playing something happy today, God damn it. And that's when the adventure begins.
It's called a multiverse. Look into it. It's a different timeline. You'll hear about that later. So, by the way, just what you'd love to hear from the captain of your boat. Like one person leaves, well, it's like the Titanic. We're all going down now.
Please don't ever let a captain say that on this show.
I know. Crying stew straight ahead. So then
I feel like normal people can still say that. Like we can say that. Like, wow, this recap sure is like the Titanic going. Because it's, it's like whatever to us. But you can't have somebody in that industry. That's still a very big moment for you guys, okay? And someone is building the new Titanic. Did you read that? Someone's building a replica of the Titanic.
What part about the Titanic? Like, leave the Titanic alone, okay? Literally, like, 4 people died last summer because of Titanic mania, all right?
Yeah,
how much do we, like, we don't need to go back. We don't need the Titanic. We have like
we don't need
Princess
it. We never
Cruises.
needed it. Yeah, we never needed it. And also,
how about get a
why
rowboat?
do we need to fix the future? Like they're like, you know what? I'm going to invest in fixing the past. Fix something bigger. Like we have way bigger things to fix in this world.
There's
than the Titanic. I mean, no offense to Kathy Bates's friends.
There was literally a horrific maritime tragedy that happened today. Okay, we do not need to add the Titanic. We're still working on our regular boats. Okay.
Yeah. So Carrie texts the staffing people who, it's not Norma, but it should be. I trust Norma.
Right.
I feel like I trust Norma more than I trust every other boat staffing because no one else uses the same person. Like Below Deck Med always uses Norma. Norma's dependable. Norma's there. Even if Norma's sick, she's in bed like, Captain, it's me, Norma. Hey, never too sick to do my job, Cap. All right.
Maybe this is just Norman. Maybe this is just like Norman and he's like sitting on a beach somewhere listening to Jimmy Buffett and staffing yachts in the Caribbean. I'm not sure. Well, it feels weird for it to not be like a Midwestern lady of some sort, some like variation. Maybe it's like,
Captain's like, all right, I need new staff. And he's like, Hengi Uzmanglia Ikshitan Var. It's like, damn it. I'm stymied by my own Turkish lessons.
oh, I knew I shouldn't have reached out to the Istanbul office.
I might be immersing myself too deeply in this.
Got to remember there's a time and a place for Turkish lessons.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
This language has gone down like the Titanic. Oh, I shouldn't have said that again.
So Zandy's like, I guess we all have our personal things going on, but at the end of the day, you get nothing for nothing. And that's all you can say for the life of the poor. It's called spinning. Everyone's running around. Look at Bobby. Just look at her. Stupid rich idiot. And Bobby's just like, oh my God, so much.
She is like,
rich for this.
She is scampering for no reason. It's like rebel without a cause, a scamper without a cause. And she's like rushing around, like picking up rags, putting them down again. And Zandy's just like looking at her like, this is a term I use in yachting. It's called spinning. You move really quickly. You seem busy, but you're actually not more productive or getting anything down. I just want to pop her a Xanax. I'm not a pull pusher, but like, honestly, it's ridiculous right now.
And she's obviously not a Xanax user anyway, because any Xanax user knows you don't share that shit. You only get 30 a month.
I did not know that. Wow. Learned so much.
It's a controlled substance.
So the ladies, meanwhile, this chaos is happening downstairs, which means that, of course, we cut to the guests. The ladies are just like luxuriating on the deck, being like, cheers, bitches. Let's get this party started. Mortgages, am I right? Oh, my God. Can we talk about loans? I love a fixed APR.
Guys, you know what we should talk about? APRs.
You are pre-approved for a good time.
Listen, this good time is fixed. There is no changing it. So even if you think there's a better time to be had, sorry, you're going to have to apply for that. Okay.
Guess what? Guilty as charged. I'm a predatory lender of a margarita. Drink up, bitches.
Oh my God, guys, I'm in my thong. Can you see my Fannie Mae?
So, Norman, I don't know. I don't want to call him Norman. I feel like Norman's not right.
I feel like Norma doesn't deserve that.
Norman doesn't
Norma
deserve
has
it.
her own life.
Norma's
She
a
works
different
hard enough.
show.
She doesn't need to
No.
take the blame for this, you know?
I'm gonna say
Got somebody. I mean, whoever this Turkish person is hired somebody into diet culture.
I was originally thinking that it could be like Norma Dundee, like the Australian version of Norma.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Well, that's not a deckhand. This is a deckhand. So Norma Dundee is like, good news, your deckhand will be arriving in Grenada tomorrow morning. And furthermore, I'd just like to add, Senslar. Good luck.
Norma Dundee, you can hear her typing into her Google Translate.
Norma Dundee's just trying to be part of the journey. I know you're trying to learn your Turkish. Turns out I am too, because I've been strangely put in the Istanbul office.
Your new stew is arriving. Have fun on your new Sia hat. That's a journey for those of you learning. Those of you learning at home. So
Something of your TED Talk. For those of you learning.
So Fraser is like, should I look up a murder mystery story? I need a crime. I need clues. We're doing murder mystery. Okay, first of all, this is the lamest shit ever. Please stop doing this. Second of all, kill Cat. I mean, she's already gone. Just say someone has murdered Cat. Because this is a boat story. It's a boat murder. And it needs to end where nobody is ever found out. Because that shit happens all the time on like Carnival cruises. Well, I shouldn't say that. They'll sue me. But you know, big cruise lines.
Yeah.
Where husbands usually, allegedly, just go toss their wives over at the Carnival cruise. And guess what? In a boat of 10,000 people and cameras everywhere, nobody sees a thing. That is the way to kill somebody. They should kill Cat, and it just never ends. The night just never ends. It just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah. I support that. Because they're already down a person. And also, so I've never done the murder mystery thing, but I've seen enough of it on Bravo to feel like I don't think that what they did later today was proper. That was just a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was the
like
right
a little
way.
upset.
But also, you don't have to invent murder mysteries. You know what I mean? Like, to have a murder mystery party, you go online and you look up murder mystery party.
Yeah, they tell you how to do it. And you
You
print
cut
that.
out the clues. That's literally all you have to do. It's like, we have to come up with a murder. How does that have to do with service? And I'm going to get the most intelligent person on this murder mystery. Kyle. Enter Kyle. Kyle.
So, Fraser's like, he's doing a classic below deck monologue. It's like, we're missing someone outside and now someone inside, and we've got to set up sunset drinks reception on the beach that I've not been to before, and I've got a mystery, and losing Wastu is one thing, but I've been on a boat and we've run aground, and I had to pretend like we haven't run aground to the guests, but let's be honest, I probably ran aground because I had I had a slice of apple and I became a hideous beast. It's my fault. I ran us aground. Too fat.
Oh, so the plan is beach day with the guests. So I'm going to ferry the guests to the beach because it's the most gorgeous beach on the world, but it's not easy to get to because easy is boring. You know what's fun? Adventure. So they're planning on that. And then he's like, yeah, the most amazing places are the most difficult to get to. For example, me. I've been to paradise, but getting to me, that's a trick.
Yeah, because you know what? Every time we got very deep water coming up to a shallow beach, and every time I'm bringing up equipment, the current is pushing me to the shallow section, so you got to make a calculation. Is the risk worth the reward when it comes to the beach? Yes, it is.
It is. Have you almost died getting swept away by the ocean ever? That was just a loaded question to tell my own story. But one time I was at this private beach in Malibu because I'm really fancy. And it's the one where you go down the cliffs. Well, I guess they're all like that in Malibu, you know? You go down the cliffs. So I went down the cliffs. It was like my first time. And it was so beautiful. And I fell asleep kind of in the afternoon. And I woke up wet. And I was already all the way up against the cliff wall. That water was coming in to kill me. Okay. Yeah. It was not a joke. Like it started pulling me into the water. I'm lucky I woke up. And then I started trying to get out of there. You can't run in mud. Okay. In the muddy. I thought I was going to die. I was like, I'm going to die at a private beach in Malibu and nobody's going to even know. Because if they start looking for me, no one's going to think Ronnie went to a beach. Like,
you'll be like a wife on a cruise ship. You'll be just disappear.
I would be like a wife on a cruise ship, but nobody would care. There's not even a husband to murder me, you know?
When I went to Kauai like 10 years ago, I went on this ridiculous hike, and in the middle of it, you're in the jungle, and in the middle you like emerge at this beach. It's beautiful, the most beautiful beach you've ever seen in your life. And you're so hot from hiking that you just want to run right into that ocean. So like that's what we did. We're like, yes. So we ran in the ocean. I was like, gosh, these waves are strong. And I was sort of getting pulled. Like entered the ocean in one section, but when I came out of the ocean, I was like farther down the beach. I was like, that's wild. And later on, when I was reading about the hike, it said, and then in the middle of the hike, there's this beach, which you're not allowed to go. You're not allowed to go into the surf there because it's the most dangerous beach in all of Kauai, and everyone dies there. And I was like, oh my God. I swam in the death ocean.
Yeah, guys, read the signs is the point.
There were no signs. It was
there had to have been signs.
Well,
maybe the ocean took them in because I didn't see any signs until I almost died. And then I was like, why didn't anybody almost tell me? I could have died in there. Like I was freaking out and I was like, no one's even going to believe this story. I was just alone. There's no witnesses. I'm going to sound dramatic. I'm all alone in this experience. And then I got into my car, which at the time was my little Suzuki Sidekick, my little red car, my little red square car. And I got in there and I closed the door and I was crying and I looked up and there was a sign. It was like high tide, you know.
Don't swim.
What do I know? I'm from El Paso. I don't know what a high tide is.
You don't know these things.
So anyway, the point is they're going to a beach picnic, and I almost died one time.
This was a triggering beach picnic for Ronnie. It reminded him of his mortality.
A lot. I almost died.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't mind when I almost die. I think it's almost dying so many times that now I'm like 48. If I think I have a heart attack, I'm like, well, bye.
But it's like dying in such a sneaky way by nature.
Yeah, like it's being fucking tricked by nature because I've always known nature as a fucking bitch. I've always known it. I've always hated nature. And I've always had a feeling that's how I'm going to go. Some horrible, stupid way, like getting dragged into the ocean.
Getting dragged into the ocean's actually worse than actually just being in the ocean and drowning. I think being dragged in is because it's like you were actually not even in there. And
I
like,
wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I was there because I was like thin for 10 minutes. And I was like, I can take off my shirt now, you know? So I went like for 1 second and then the universe almost murdered me for it.
The ocean is insidious. I mean, that's why I get served North Sea TikTok all the time. All hands.
Ophthalmologist Dr. Strauss has seen firsthand how the metaverse is helping surgeons practice the procedures to treat cataracts.
Cataracts are the primary cause of avoidable blindness.
He works with a virtual reality training platform developed by Fundamental VR and Orbis International to help surgeons develop the muscle memory they need. The result? More confident, capable surgeons. And even more importantly,
patients who can see.
Explore more stories like Dr. Strauss's at meta.com/metaverseimpact.
If debit is your go-to card, Discover thinks it's time you get rewarded too. So, check out Discover Cashback Debit, a game-changing checking account with cash back on everyday debit card purchases. That's right, cashback isn't just for credit cards anymore. Whether it's a movie date, flea market find, or midday latte, you can start earning cash back. And did I mention there are no fees, period? Check out transaction eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
So anyway,
Anthony's like, tonight is going to be an ocean party. In Granada, we get the best fresh seafood in the world. on this boat. So much pressure, daddy. So then we go to Barbie cleaning again, and Ben's getting that tender to the beach, and he's struggling.
Yes. And so he gets it to the beach, and then he actually gets it stuck. He gets too close. I guess he gets into the shallow area, right? So he gets sand into the engine, and it just starts to kind of like die down and everything. And so he's like, oh, it's the sound you never want to hear. Sand gets sucked up into the impeller. It's like a grinding, crunching sound. It means you're in trouble. And this is the part where they say impeller about like 12 times in a row. Got some shit in the impeller. There's shit in the impeller.
We know the sound. It's the voice of Gary from Below Deck. Other Below Deck. That's what Sound of the Impeller sounds like.
Also, the impeller tragedy also allows Carrie and Ben to lean into being Australian because they have this very small interaction that just felt so Aussie. Ben's like, got some shit in the impeller? And Carrie goes, you reckon? You got some shit in the impeller? Or did you see an impala? Well, I saw a little bit of both. And a wallaby.
The wallaby. What an adventure. So back on the boat, Barbie is taking breaks, and she's getting the Hannah edit where she's like, okay, I'm going on a break now. And you see her go, and she just sits there, and you see her like vaping. And then they just cut to the same shot of her vaping 30 times to make it look like she's been there 20 hours. And Zandy starts getting pissed.
Well, because Barbie said, I'm just gonna go down for like 5 minutes and then I'm gonna clear the table. But then she goes downstairs and is like watching like a season 3 rewatch of American Idol. And so then Zandy has to clear the table for Barbie.
Yeah. And she's not happy. And so Barbie's like, yeah, but we're still down and we're doing the best we can. Like, you have to be everywhere at once. You know what I mean? So I'm like, am I going to make mistakes? Sure. Like, absolutely. But I'm exhausted. Vaping. So then Zandy's like, sometimes she doesn't know how to prioritize things. It's so frustrating. We should just work together and do what we're told. I can't.
And then we get a return of something.
5 minutes ago, you were saying she needed to calm down and take a Xanax.
Yeah.
So then 5 minutes later, you can't complain that she's too calm. Pick a lane.
Calm and work. That's what she wants. She doesn't want calm and sitting.
Well,
okay?
We'll shape it. We'll just chisel away at the behavior you want.
If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean in a less frantic way.
Please, if you got time to gape, I got time to vape. That's what I say.
If you got time to eat ham, I've got time to watch Dryer Cam because that's what we get next. We have Zandy.
I love
stuff.
this fucking Dryer Cam. It's my favorite thing, and it's their favorite thing too. They show it to us all the time.
I know they
It's
put that
amazing.
GoPro. It's like, I don't know where they got that heat resistant, water resistant. Well, no, I guess there's no water, but that heat resistant GoPro, they just love sticking it in there. And this time we got a big long shot, so we saw Zandy's head like it started, then Zandy's head went upside down. It was great.
Yeah. So then Carrie is, I don't know, people are working. Anthony's looking for garlic, but it's on the counter. And he has a very moment, like all aging people do, like talking about aging today. He's not aging. He's still very young. He's like a very young guy from, Murder, whatever. We've already said that, but
Traders.
he looks like that guy. Huh?
The Traders.
Yeah. The Traders.
Yeah. Alan Cumming. I'm across the street. Yeah.
But speaking of aging, he's doing the thing you do as you get age, especially if you're an aging stoner like me, where nothing is ever where you could have sworn it is. I moved into a house with so many drawers. I don't know what I was doing to myself. I'm going to die here. I'm going to die holding onto a drawer. Unable to find something. That's my whole life now. It's like, wait, where are the scissors? This is a scissor drawer. But I know this is a scissor drawer. I even wrote in my phone, where are the scissors? In the scissor drawer. Yeah. It's not here. Where are my scissors? And then I go open every drawer because I've got 900 drawers now. So I start opening every drawer and like throwing everything out of the drawers. And I cannot find the scissors. And I don't open the box. And then 2 hours later, guess where the scissors are? In the scissor drawer. The fucking scissor drawer. They were there the whole time.
And while you're distracted looking through your drawers, the ocean's going to come creep up behind you and drag you into it. That's how it happens.
Holding onto a drawer with one arm and just drowned on the floor.
With the ocean. The ocean crawled up to Austin. It's like, I knew I'd find you.
I was just thinking today, Why are all of our recaps 2 hours this week? This is why.
This is
'Cause
why.
I can't concentrate. I don't know why. We're not concentrating. Okay, concentrate.
It's that New York energy I feel like I'm bringing. It's me. It's me. It's the bustle of the big city.
Some NY energy.
New York. Literally, I don't know why I just took credit for that. Anthony's basically looking for garlic. So this is so below deck that we actually going to like stop the whole show to watch someone look for garlic. But it's to build a case that he's disorganized. And so then we go back to the beach. It's getting a little windy. Bad weather's coming in. Whitney and Heather. And Captain Carey's like, he's like, well, we got to get them back on here. It's getting way too dark to do this any other way. We got to do this. We got to get them back to the boat.
Somewhere in Florida, Captain Sandy was like, everybody stop talking. Someone on my favorite show is watching my favorite show. It's so meta. Wind.
This fall on NBC. Not ABC. That's for people who are about to die, apparently. Getting dragged
Wow,
to the
Captain
ocean.
Lee sure looks good. God, has he been getting facials? Lost his hair, though.
God, I'm so glad I started subscribing to Turkish television. I never thought I'd see Below Deck on it, but here it is.
So Ben is telling the guests, oh, guys, the tender is out of action. And they're like, oh, no, the tender, but the tide is coming. And he's like, but they're saying they're putting the gear, we're going to put everything in a little boat and then have you over in a little boat and then we'll get a bigger boat and get you in the bigger boat and then everyone's going to get over. It's going to be okay.
So these storm clouds are coming in. It's getting dark. One of the boats is broken. Everyone is packing up the beach, like around these guests are just sort of sitting in chairs. Fraser is topping off their champagne, trying to act like everything is fine. It is kind of Titanic-esque. Like everything's fine. No, there's not a storm. Even though everyone looks frantic around us, it's totally okay. Nothing's going wrong. And
It's fine. Nothing to see here.
But now finally it's time to bring, they load up the boat and then the guests are the last ones to come in. But the thing is, the tide is coming out and the water is getting weird. And so now it's time for them to get on the boat. So Leslie is first. She's the one with the Skrillex braid. And so
And the
she's
captain's
like,
do not touch the boat unless I tell you to touch the boat. She's like, I'm touching the boat. He's like, God damn it, Leslie.
and a lady goes, oh my God, Leslie. When she like goes to like touch the boat, Leslie, no, not the boat.
Leslie, don't
Leslie.
do it. No one moves towards the boat unless I say so. Got it, Skrillex.
Leslie, think about the loans you could be giving out, please. There's a whole future.
There are so many people waiting to close on a house, Leslie.
Mortgage rates are going down. Interest rates are going up. Come on, Leslie. Leslie, your appraiser needs you.
So he kind of gets stern with her, and she's like, oh my God, the captain is getting so aggro. Yeah, Leslie, because you're touching the fucking... What did you
Leslie.
not hear about don't touch the boat? Have you ever heard of an Impala, Leslie? Do you want to be a part of it? Almost up. Like a little meat taco. You're about to be.
Leslie, have you seen the movie Castaway? Because that will be you soon on this island if you don't start cooperating. They're just going to leave you there with a volleyball, okay? And then how will you like it, okay?
Yeah, Leslie. Fucking moron. So then back on the boat, Fraser's checking on Zandy, and she's like, I've only sat down for 3 minutes since this morning. I can't do it. And then Carl hits his head on something. And now they're talking about the murder party.
Because they made it to the yacht. They got on. Everything's safe. Everything's good.
They're all okay, guys.
Yeah, everything's okay. So they're gonna like do this murder thing, and Leslie, one of the ladies is like, Leslie, what's your character for tonight? She goes, well, I'm the captain's socialite wife. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure a socialite's not gonna marry a captain, but that's fine.
It's just a very low-level socialite. She's like, I'm just here for some fundraisers at the Y. Good old bake sales.
I am a socialite, but my social circle's in Tampa, so this is within character.
Do a lot of charity work, but at the actual charities, not the balls.
Yeah, I organize a cotillion on a pier. So
A very small town cotillion.
it's a
Oh.
small socialite.
So now Fraser's handing out the murder rolls to everybody. And he's like, oh, I've ordered props and bits and bobs, as one does for a murder, shifting responsibility to someone else. I had them order things. I had them set things up. That's called being a leader.
And Ben is like, wow, today just keeps getting crazier and crazier. I'm like, all you had to do is drive a boat and you broke it. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe don't suck sand up in engines, Ben. Okay.
That's a great idea. So they're all like they're writing down clues. I don't know. I feel like a last minute murder mystery. You have to plan it out. Or like you said, print it out from the internet. But if you're just like making up clues in the crew mess, this is going to be bad. And then Kyle gives a little spiel about, he's like, oh, I'm not the most theatrical person. I grew up playing rugby and talking shit and biting everyone's ears off. And I'm not theatrical, but I do have moments of brilliance sometimes. I'm like,
right, because he's coming up with the clues with Fraser. So of course his are like, someone dies when they get burned by a hanger on a guy's night out. Like, no, Kyle, you can't just put your own life experiences.
yeah.
But their ass will never be the same.
Someone dies when experimenting with homosexuality, but turns out they're just really into women. No, Kyle. That's just you.
When in Rome, they said as they died slowly.
Someone gets killed when they spill their tobacco pouch on the deck of a boat.
And the murderer gets fired. So now they're eating, and Fraser is down in the galley, and it's a mess down there because, you know, Anthony's a busy person. He's got a lot going on, a lot of ingredients, and there's pots and pans everywhere. And it's not like anyone's helping him clean all these pots and pans. You know what I mean? Because they're down staff, but he's down staff too. And I don't know. I feel like when a chef is good, you just leave them alone. You know?
Yeah. I mean, his galley is definitely wild. But I feel like in previous seasons, we've seen people helping out in the galley. Like, where are the deckhands? I know they got this murder mystery thing going on, but like, can't Kyle help out? Can't Ben help out? Can't Sunny? Have Sunny help out. What is Sunny? Sunny, God, she's really on my nerves these days.
Sunny is on my nerves too. And the thing is, Fraser, I think, is the worst here because Fraser's just bragged about how he's using all of the employees to do his work. He's like, look at me delegating. That's what leaders do. Well, meanwhile, the chef has a mess and you have people writing fucking murder clues instead of helping him. So maybe your delegating should be being more helpful to the person who clearly needs it instead of having someone else do a murder party for you that you could have printed off the goddamn internet. And now I'm mad at Fraser. I didn't even know I was mad at Fraser until right now, but I am furious.
Yeah, why didn't he just print out the murder mystery stuff before the charter even began? Like after the preference sheet, to just get that out of the way. And then
I don't know, but to brag that you're delegating everything when the only person in the kitchen is providing 5-star service and has zero help and is in desperate need of it. Yeah. Maybe you should stop bragging about your delegation skills, sir.
So then Captain Carey goes up to the guests and goes, hey, everyone.
For those not watching on video, I'm rolling my head right now. Very, very upset. Okay, go ahead, Ben.
Well, I just want to say, guests, I got a little film tonight, but I was worried about your safety, and for that, Üzgünüm, which means I'm sorry in Turkish. I'm sure you all knew that. Just want to say, a gorilla wearing a top hat gave me a thumbs up for my great work on Duolingo today, so passing that on to you.
Well, now it's time for the murder mystery to start. So Barbie just runs into the room and trips on something and falls down and screams, "There's been a murder!"
And then she's like supposed to be dead. By the way, if someone like stabs me or like kills me, I'm not gonna say there's been a murder. I'd be like, someone's murdered me, or I would say so and so just stabbed me. Like, I wouldn't just vaguely announce there's been a murder.
I can't believe the maid on the boat isn't a better actor.
I know. I just expect Barbie to just have a better sense of murder.
Barbie, I'm not believing your performance. Actually, I think she did a good job because I thought she tripped and fell, but
she did.
I guess she was being murdered, right?
She did it. She was being murdered. She did a good job, and her butt fell out.
But how did they murder her? What's a running murder? What's a murder?
It was like she was stabbed, and she went running into the room to announce, like, oh my God, I've been I've been stabbed. But instead, she was, there's been a murder, and then just died.
So Leslie's like, well, I have to admit, I quite forgot this was happening. Don't touch the boat, goddammit. Sorry, I'm still triggered. So can we murder Leslie before she gets us all killed?
Does anyone know where that tender is? I just want to go find it and touch it. Leslie.
Captain really hates me.
It's just what a socialite's wife, what a captain's wife would do. So they just basically go on a scavenger hunt around the boat. Like they go to one room, they find like a puffy envelope, and it's like, if you know what to do, you will find where you poo. Oh, to the bathroom. Everyone go to the bathroom. Find the envelope in the bathroom.
So yeah, it's not the best murder mystery. And it's also not a great murder when you don't care if anybody dies. You know what I mean? It's like kill them all. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Just kill
and
'em.
in the end, they just wind up kind of like back, I think, at the table. And the way it ends is whoever has the glass that has like number 2 on it is the murderer. And there's some random lady in white sparkles or sequins. And she's like, oh, I guess it's me. Whoops, guys. I murdered you all. I was like, well, try to be in character, ma'am.
Yeah, or maybe do they get to guess who's the murderer? I mean, this needed something.
It needed some more game to it.
Yeah, it needed something. So I think we should talk about it for another half an hour.
I think we'll give notes. Well, we can be consultants on further yacht charters that need some murder mystery help.
Yeah. So now it's 11:53, and Anthony is watching a pot of slow, sexy music in slow motion. He's like, oh,
Yeah. The pot graduated high school.
I was trying to come up with French music. That's all I came up with.
No, America.
Not French.
Yeah, it was. I don't think that was French at all. But
Okay, here, let's try this one.
I think that's Italian.
Well, the guy singing is Italian, but isn't it French?
No, I think it's. I believe that song is Italian. Let's see, a French song. I tried to do some Edith Piaf before.
Yeah, Edith Piaf. That's a good one.
Or what about Il était en bergère, petit patapon. Il était en bergère. We learned that in French class. It was about a sheep. Or
Can
what
I tell you I'm looking at Edith Piaf's discography?
Champs-Élysées.
What the fuck are these songs? I don't know any of these songs.
Ma Bien
Where's the
Rose.
songs that I know?
Where Edith Piaf was on We Are the World, right? So that counts. We are the world.
La Vie en Rose. Why is that so low down? It's very low on the list. I feel like it should be higher.
Yeah. She has a deep catalog.
There it is. There, finally some French sex music.
So he is cleaning, and then they're all just sort of going to bed, and they're all Fraser's like, I've aged. I'm like 30 years old. I'm hideous and disgusting. I'm surprised this yacht hasn't run aground also with my ugliness. So, and then we watch Anthony cleaning, and he cleans and cleans and cleans. We get timestamp after timestamp, 1:15 a.m., 1:50 a.m., and then we start getting really specific. 2:17. 2:31, not just 2:30, 2:31, cleaning.
Yep, and then 3:07. He finally goes to bed, and now he's going to get bullied on this show for not cleaning enough. To which
also-
I say, no fair.
But, let me tell you something. I mean, cleaning takes a while, but it should not have taken 3 hours to clean a kitchen. I'm sorry.
Did you see that kitchen? Girl.
It was a mess, but it should still not take 3 hours.
But also, it shows that he's cleaning very well.
It's thorough.
Listen, Team traders.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
As a professional welder, Shayna Ford uses Forge FX to practice over and over, which helps her improve her skills.
The more muscle memory that you have, the smoother your weld is.
Learn more at meta.com/metaverseimpact.
So now it's the next morning, and I call it like Trixie Sheeran, because it's kind of like an Ed Sheeran-esque singer who's saying like 24 hours, 7 days a week. I'm taking champagne showers, I rest and repeat. And then it's like just watching the staff wake up. Like I just love the way they put this music together, like drinking champagne showers Like they're in the lap of luxury.
While you're cleaning a toilet. Like dripping with diamonds. It's like scrub.
It's the servants. Whoa, the servants are waking up.
Yeah, they really do have some irony lately with their like rich, bills. I got bills. No, like not dollar bills. Like I need you to sing like about literal bills, like that you're not paying for the child that you just fucking left behind in Alaska.
Yeah. So Anthony's making breakfast for this final day of the charter, and he's like, what would be a good special for the omelette? And Frasia's like, oh, I don't know, like but cheese and something stupid that Americans would like in it. I don't know. Why are you asking me?
He's like, it is so hard to focus on something new every day. He's like, oh God, just put an egg in a burger bun.
Just put a stick of Velveeta in there. The American, they'll love it.
I've never seen a chef so disorganized in my entire life. Yeah, he's getting on my nerves now. You know what's so funny is when I watched the episode, he didn't get on my nerves, but now I'm like furious seeing it all kind of play back slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not on my nerves. But no, Anthony is saying, no, but he just became on your nerves. I think it's because we're frustrated. I think you're frustrated that there wasn't more sexy French music immediately accessible to you.
I think I disturbed myself with my version of sexy French music.
You're also like a little rattled because you've been reminded about how the ocean almost killed you.
It's been a rough episode for me.
Yeah. It started off on a dark note just by you talking about being 90 years old.
I know.
Just took that tone.
And
I brought Nick Viall to it.
Today.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel like sometimes when you're in a good mood, that's when to consider the fact that we're all dying.
Yeah.
Okay, so Curtis is with Yacht Services, and he's like, oh, just calling to say, Dylan, the new deckhand is arriving in 30 minutes. Please do not have any calories out.
We're about to wait. Hi, this is Norma Dundee, and we're going to send you an extremely handsome man, but he's going to be annoying as fuck, so enjoy.
This is Norma Dundee calling to remind you that you can't fuck a personality. Thank God.
Or, as they say in Istanbul, let me just think about it.
Click.
Bekizliji Sikamezin, which means you can't fuck a personality in Turkish.
That's it. Wow.
I think. Sorry, I was typing out an urgent email while I was recalling my Turkish. Had nothing to do with the other. One had nothing to do with the other.
All right, so let's go meet this guy. So this guy, Dylan, he has Karen hair, kind of like the original. What's the original Karen's name? The Goslin lady. Yeah, he's got like Kate Goslin vibes.
It reminds me of like very much like 1991. Like I feel like maybe even one of the Power Rangers had this haircut, maybe. But it's like that sort of he has like this like a side bang that comes really far down. And I'm like, is this a look that's in? Because I know someone who also has this haircut right now. And I'm like, is this coming back? Is this the look that's happening right now?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't have hair, so I don't understand hair culture. I'm just like, oh, you're so original. Wow, you changed your bangs. Oh, let's throw you a party. Woohoo, block party. So yeah, he's a weirdo. And he's like, I'm from Cape Town originally. I'm 23 years old. I've been doing yachting the past 3 years. I started in the south of France. I've worked on boats from 27 meters to 100 meters. Tons of boats.
I've worked my way up from deckhand to, did he say trace boat captain? I don't know what that was. And he goes, I love to make people feel better by being super happy. And like that's what I love doing is when I'm running. Like I'm running down the road and when I see someone, I just go like this and I go like high five. And then they do high five back and they don't understand any of it. But you know what? They will remember you. I'm like, I guarantee they will not remember you. And I'll be like, who the fuck is this weird ass guy with the 90s side bang trying to give me a high five?
They'll be like, some guy dressed like Kate Goslin just tried to slap me. So weird. This world has really gone downhill. Meth, am I right? Yeah, he's running around. Try that in my neighborhood. You'll get your ass shot. You come fucking punching somebody threatening to punch somebody while you're running. Okay? Bye. We have guns here. Okay? We may not have porn anymore, or abortion, or women's rights, but we do have guns. Okay?
We've all met that person who... got really dark, by the way.
It's really, I can't stop it. I can't lighten up. I'm trying to lighten up, but I'm having so much fun just rolling around in the dark. What can I tell you?
Listen, we all know that person who loves to like stand by the side of the road and give like those high fives, and they smile and they're super happy. They play ultimate frisbee. They go camping.
Hideous.
They often will like lead like a student group camping.
Disgusting.
They'll do a canoe trip. Camp Counselor energy. They love ultimate frisbee. They really do. That's just what they do. They eat granola.
Frisbee golf. Is that the same thing?
No, but they're in the same. He loves frisbee golf. I'm not saying that he is granola, but he just eats granola, which is fine. Granola's good.
Which has so many calories, and like it's so weird when people who are trying to be healthy are like sitting there eating granola. Like, Seco, baby, calories in, calories out. Do I have to teach you everything? And we'll see why this matters in just a moment. Also, people who are just like faking happiness to make everyone else happy. Guess what is going to make everyone else happy? Not you, okay? We don't need you for that, fucking Dylan Splainer. I'm here to explain why life is so good. Fuck off. You're hot and you have like long hair. Of course life's good for you. Go away.
This guy, when I was watching it last night, I told Dom, I said, you know what, this is the sort of guy who has a TikTok who like goes out into a meadow. It's like, let me show you the most awesome flower. I love this flower right here. This flower right now, this flower blooms every single spring and gives off the most amazing scent. You have to try it. If you're in a meadow, you have to stop what you're doing and smell this flower. It's like, I don't fucking care about this flower. But you know he has a TikTok that's full of that, and every single one has 1 million views for some reason because it's a hot guy talking about flowers.
Yeah, and he's amazed by every simple thing that happens. This is water that comes out of a refrigerator. A refrigerator. It's already refrigerated and it's filtered. So it's amazing. And it's like
you can actually drink it.
97,000 views, 97 million views.
Yeah, and he's like the type of person who's like, and here's another thing, you can actually drink this. I love it. You'll never want for anything more because you just have this water right now. It's like, shut up.
Shut up. So he's like, so he arrives, right? And so the girl's like, whoa, this guy's fine. Sonny's like, that is a model. My jaw's on the floor.
Yeah.
And Ben's like, all right, well, listen here, Dylan. You might be very, very attractive. Apparently all the girls think so, but you can't be lead deckhand yet. I need to make sure that your personality is as strong as those gorgeous cheekbones. God, do you want to make out?
Well, you know what? Ben tells me he's not made a decision yet on lead deckhand. It's fully understandable. You have to, have me prove myself, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to show them what Dylan has got. Wink. I'm like, oh gosh.
And third person.
Oh God.
Oh, and third person. No, Dylan.
It's amazing how quickly he can destroy his hotness goodwill,
I feel like that's why so many hot people are silent. They've learned. Just be quiet. You know what I mean? You're so much hotter when you're quiet. And that goes for ugly people too. I feel like most of us are hotter when we're just quiet, It's not until people open their mouths that you realize what douchebags they are. So just in general, let's all just be quiet.
I know. I want to work on that, which is funny because we spend about 45 hours a week talking.
But not outside of work.
Yeah.
Outside of work, I'm like, please don't speak to me. I need to be silent.
Strong silent type.
For very important conversations I'm having during the daytime.
You realize if you're not the strong silent type, that means you automatically are the weak chatty type.
Yes, that's us.
That's us.
That was our alternate title for this podcast.
Weak chatty types.
Silent chat, weak chatty types.
Weak and chatty. So now Fraser's bringing breakfast to everyone. And Dylan is doing that thing with the chain that we haven't seen in a few seasons where you go into like that random like death hole in the boat and have to poke at a chain with a stick.
Yeah.
And now everyone, here comes a French toast with a core of maple syrup. Leslie, please stop touching the boat. How many times do we have to tell you? Stop it. Touch the French toast instead.
And he's like, would you like some sausage, Skrillex? And the husband's like, oh, she's got plenty of sausage on this trip. Don't you worry, kid. Why does every guest this season think that we want to hear about, want to picture them fucking their nasty spouse? Like, nobody wants that vision in our heads, sirs.
I just think it's a weird thing, a weird joke to make about, to a waiter about, your wife.
Banging your wife?
I don't know. I just don't think I
think
can't
it's
imagine my dad
vacation
doing that.
Me neither. Yeah. But I think it's vacation humor where they're like, we're wacky and fun. Look, we fuck all the time. Right, guys? Right?
Some wacky and fun, mortgage officers and loan officers, mortgage brokers and loan officers, the wackiest type. So now,
here's something big that's about to happen. We're going to talk, and I've got major concerns. Major. Coming around this side, he might get too close, might murder the entire city. We all could die any moment. We're 2 crew down, we're 3 bases short of a home run. We're ready to shoot, and we're fine. We made it.
everything's fine.
buddy.
Everything's
Nice
fine.
Nice
Everything's
job.
fine. Yeah, there was a lot of drama because there was a big red boat. There was a big red boat just out of nowhere in Grenada, and I kind of like that big red boat. I kind of want to know what was going on it. It was great. But they're like, we have to park our car next to a bigger car. What are we going to do? It was fine. Everything was fine. It was so much drama. It was so much drama. And they even put a commercial break in the middle of it. They really acted like that St. David was about to like crash into a cafe, Australian style. It was fine. Everything was fine.
It's amazing how they can do that every episode. And now we're going to talk. It's the most terrifying talking we've ever. All right, we're fine now.
We made it.
So now it's time to say goodbye to these guests. And Leslie's like, oh, I'm getting a little bit emotional thinking about how many of you are improperly invested. So,
Gil. That's goodbye in Turkish. Just want to part that with you as you get off the boat. So yeah, they also.
All right, I'd just like to say goodbye and Teknaya Dakonma. All right, Leslie. That's don't touch the boat, Leslie.
I just want to say, Leslie, Fez, Oren Laurie Dusier. Interest rates are going down.
It's like, listen, Salkarin Skrillex Optal means your Skrillex hair is stupid, Leslie. All right, get off the boat.
All right, so they're gone. She gives she gives like a whole thing. She's like, and this is gonna make me emotional. This is something that has been on my bucket list of mine, which is selling 6 loans all at once. Wow, thank you guys. You're great customers. You guys really exceeded all expectations. So she chokes up because this was the trip of a lifetime for her. And then they
go. Sunny's hit her bucket list. Everybody, throw her overboard. You did it. It's time to go. You've accomplished everything you need to accomplish. Goodbye.
Clear. So now they all change, and so Ben and Sunny are kissing in like the toy garage, and Sunny's talking about how she was in love once. She was in love with like a mountaineer, but she's a mermaid, and he's the one that got away, I guess. But now she's got Ben. I'm like, wow, that's a sad trajectory for your love life.
That really is, and it's also showing a little bit crazy. Like, you've been with Ben for 2 seconds, okay? Yeah. It's like, yeah. Now I have Ben. Like, dun, dun, dun. So you have bad taste and you're crazy. That's what I'm saying so far. So Sunny is talking to Dylan and trying to get a read on him. And she asks him if he drinks. And he's like, I'm really hard on myself. If you give me a choice between like McDonald's or salad with broccoli, I'll take the salad with broccoli because here's the thing. I used to be really, really fat. I'm like, oh no. God, here we go. I hate when that's... Now, listen, this is someone who really is on a mission to stop talking about, like, oh my God, I'm so fat. I'm really trying. It's hard to unprogram yourself, so I kind of get it. But what's even worse than making your personality like, oh my God, I need to lose weight, is I've lost weight. Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, please don't tell this story 30 times a day, even though I know you're about to.
Well, here it comes. I was always bullied for being not attractive and overweight, and I was very insecure in so many ways. And I decided it's either going to break me or make me, so I decided I'm going to get better body than all of them. And we're seeing pictures of young Dylan, who's like a chubby, and then he says, you know what, my proudest accomplishment is the double chest bump. Look. And so he does like a pec flex. And he's like, this is James, and this is Barry. I was like,
God, I hate James and I hate Barry. And you know what? Here's the thing. Like, if you were bullied and stuff like that, I don't like to hear the story like, I was bullied by thin people, so I became thinner than them. That's such a lame, uninspiring story. Like, how about I was bullied, so I learned how to find people's social security to ruin their credit and destroy their lives. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear a good old-fashioned fucking revenge story. Take out the bullies. Don't become one. Like, what the fuck kind of story is this? Am I supposed to be rooting for you? Kill the bullies. Well, don't
I think
I'm
that
saying murder a lot today.
The progressive message would be that you learn to love yourself for who you are, and who cares about people. They're probably insecure with their own things, and you are perfectly happy with the body that you have. But the teen movie version is, I was chubby, so I came back, and now I'm like a stud, and now I'm going to like get the girl and, you know, go be the prom king.
Well, this is the middle of that story, right? Where he's still learning the lesson. Like, he's finally got the goal where he's like, I'm thin now. I can do whatever I want because I'm thin. I'm going to push a fat person into a locker. You know, that's coming. But then he's going to, like, learn that that's not all there is to life. And, like, he shouldn't be thin just to appease bullies, you know? Because right now it's a sad story, Dylan, got to tell you. Okay?
Yeah.
This is why nobody wants to fucking give you high fives when you're running. Fucking weirdo.
That being said, great work.
Ass.
Great work. Now personality next. That's going to be the harder one. You can't just eat broccoli and have that be fixed. So,
I was about to say eating broccoli isn't a personality, but we all know that's a lie.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
That's a lie.
Welcome to like food culture. Like right now it's cabbage is the thing. Cabbage is personality. I'm glad that I was ahead of that trend. I wrote a MD fancy about cabbage like 6 weeks ago, and then the New York Times like 2 weeks ago was like, cabbage is the new cool vegetable. And I was like, yeah, I know, bitches. Cabbage is my personality. Broccoli is next year.
I've been cabbage for like a year on this show, so
you're already like
purple cabbage with my Asian slaw salad. Thanks.
Hi, but this is like a green cabbage moment for me, so it's like not quite the same.
Oh my god, you're so unique.
Yeah, it's like cabbage. I'm like
back to the basics.
I'd have to say that like if you had to like see where I was, I like am I like INTJ or whatever Myers-Briggs? I think my Myers-Briggs is cabbage.
Not sorry, who's Myers-Briggs? Were they fat? Because I'm not anymore. Put the fat person down. Okay, so now Zandy FaceTimes her mom, and you know, her mom's showing off the goats.
Yeah, and Ben says hi. It's like they're like, he's like, I love your daughter, all that stuff. And then we have a tip meeting, and Fraser's walking. He's like looking for the rosé to pour, and he like walks by Kyle and goes, "Where's the rosé? And close that fly, please." Which is exactly how you would expect Fraser to make that request.
They got $30,000, which is a really good tip.
Yeah.
And Dylan's even getting some money, which is pretty good. He's like, oh my God, I hope I don't eat this. Someone stop me. Dylan is so obsessed that I'm gonna be triggered this whole time.
You are. This is gonna be a difficult second half of the season for you. I love when they're like, only 9 episodes left. I'm like, yeah, that's called half a season.
Only 9. That's called an entire season.
We're only on episode 8. Only 14 episodes left before 3 weeks off and another 18 episodes.
Only 3 full months to go.
Only 3 full months to go before we go to an identical spin-off of this show that's just slightly different. So, what's next? I guess Below Deck Sailing is next, right?
I don't know.
I wonder what's going to happen with that one with Gary.
I'm
assuming they fired him. They probably had to reshoot it.
Well, not till the season was already shot, I thought. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with that. I think they're just holding it. They're like, we'll just wait. We'll just wait for people to forget that Gary's a sexual assaulter.
I feel like
pass.
Next season of Below Deck Sailing is just going to be like a raft with like a sad little T-shirt as a sail, because that boat gets in worse and worse shape every season.
Is that, isn't it? Is that why it's fun?
I think that is why it's fun. It's just like the most decrepit vessel, like not just on Bravo, like on the high seas.
Below Deck Popsicle Sticks.
I know, Carrie has a lot of nerve comparing this to the Titanic when we have Captain Glenn's ship over there that's actively sinking as we speak.
Okay, so now it's time to go out and party. And so Fraser is talking in the van about how hot Dylan is. And Kyle's like, look at him. I'd fuck him for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And then they get to the restaurant and like cheers and shots. I also want to point out, by the way, I do feel like it's important. Sunny, like she comes out with her look for the evening is she's like wearing kind of like a shirt that's like open down to her navel. And so it's like, and her breasts are kind of like in the shirt a little bit. So it's like, it's very plunging neckline and sexy, and it's like, oh,
so hot.
Sunny. But then
She's
Zandy,
beautiful.
coincidentally, wears a top that's just like a boom, like the boobs are out. That's big, and I think this is an important point. I think it informs the drama that happens later.
The boobs of it all.
The boobs of it all. I do think so. So
Boobs matter. I mean, boobs make huge differences. I mean, it's a whole industry. Boobs. Look at what people do for boobs. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand them. Mine are natural. So I guess it's just that's my
what you
privilege.
want do for boobs.
Yeah. I'm like, can I get these closer to my belly button? That would be great. I would really love them to hit me in the face more whenever I do any kind of movement.
So they all go out. Meanwhile, we cut to Captain Carey alone on the yacht practicing his Turkish. He's like, Kadar, Khan, Herkes, Jamaid. Nice. Got that one right.
That means the boob industry isn't fair, but what is?
You know, I used to go to high school with someone named Kadar. I think he may have actually been Turkish. It all comes full circle, huh?
What does Kadar mean? You just looked it up.
I mean, obviously, we all know that Kadar stands for, I mean, do I even have to say it? It stands for much. It stands for much. Kadar means much. Wait, so Kadar's... I can't believe...
Your friend was just like a real glutton. My son, much.
Kadar.
And his brother a
That's
lot.
what Kadar's name meant all this time? Much?
I don't know. Maybe it was in a different language. And also, you never know with Google Translate. You know, it tells you some crazy shit. Because remember when we were in Mexico and I kept trying to use Google Translate and people kept laughing at me because I was saying everything incorrectly? I mean, I've never felt like I'm that much of an asshole. Okay, so Barbie is like, guys, I just had a deja vu. What do you think about deja vu? Do you even think deja vu is a thing? Like, is that legitimate? What do you guys think about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, the McLaughlin group has been rebooted. Barbie is leading the roundtable. If there is another seat available on The View, please contact Barbie. She has thoughts and opinions and questions.
And Dylan's like, I think there's multiple timelines, and I think it's a memory you have from a different timeline.
Yeah. Like a timeline where we've all just sunken and died on the Titanic.
Like, believe timelines don't have calories.
This is what...
fat.
You know what? Hollywood has to be more responsible. Hollywood has put out all these multiverse movies recently. You can't do that. Look what's happening to these idiots. They all now think deja vu is because we're in a multiverse.
Yeah. So Barbie and Sunny are laughing in their confessional about what an idiot this guy is. And they're like, oh my God, he just needs to not speak. You know, they're like, just please don't talk. Because God, you're so hot. Just be quiet.
Yeah. And so, then Fraser's like, guys, I have a bug in my drink. It looks like cat. And then Kyle comes over and slurps the bug out of his drink. And he's like, oh my God. And I think he's like turned on by it.
I think so. I mean, listen, it's slim pickings. It's slim pickings on the boat, being gay or straight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look how well Ben does.
Yeah.
But it's especially slim if you're gay. I mean, any attention from another guy when you're gay. I think someone slurping a bug out of my drink, I'd be like, that's hot for now. Let's figure out how to make this marriage work.
Yeah. So they all go off to smoke. And so then Anthony and Dylan are talking. And Anthony's like, oh, ladies look good tonight, eh? And Dylan's like, yeah, really sexy, bro. Really sexy. He's like, yeah, but unfortunately Sunny is with Ben. And he's like, well, maybe I'll wait for the others too. No, because I'm waiting for the others too. I hope she's hot, right? Oh, yes, I really hope she's hot. It's like neither of you guys are going to get the others too, whoever it is.
Yeah, you're not. Sorry. You're always going to be those guys sitting in the back. Like, all right, just waiting my turn. So let's see. Where are we? Because people are partying, right?
Yeah. So now they're like, Fraser's saying how he needs to talk to Anthony about the galley because it's really disorganized, and Fraser's also feeling like he's doing like way too much for what's expected, but he's gonna like tell Anthony.
I'm sorry. Did we see Fraser cleaning the galley?
No.
Did I miss this scene? Because Fraser is acting like he's been down there helping this guy do things. And he could be, because there is that aspect to Below Deck where I'm just like, oh, this has been a fun half an hour scrolling on my phone. Like, I get it. But Was there a scene where he was helping him? Because he's
I don't
literally acting
think
like
so.
he helped him, and he did not, to my recollection.
I don't think anyone helped him, which is why there was such a
So fuck off.
yeah.
I mean,
a
not
massive-
you, obviously.
So then we go back to Dylan, who this is apparently another side of his personality is that he likes to say things in a high pitched voice. He starts going, "You guys good? You guys good? All right, baby, let's go. You guys good? You guys good?"
Poor Dylan.
Poor
Imagine working out that much because you were bullied, and then turn on the TV and having the gorgeous girls making fun of you, and how you just need to shut up.
It also is so reassuring to know that like personality can win at the end of the day, meaning that like it
But
doesn't
does
matter
it?
how good he looks. Well, yeah, I think he may look really good, but he's just too much of a cornball.
Yeah. Okay. So, but isn't that personality losing at the end of the day? Not winning
Well, no, meaning that like personality matters is what matters the most.
matters. Yeah.
Yeah, it matters the most. So it wins by mattering more, but it causes him to lose by mattering more.
Yeah. So guys, be the whole package. That's all we're asking.
Whole package.
Just be everything to everyone all at once. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is also a very good movie. So, now they're in the
bet I'm on
club,
numbers.
and Dylan's like, "Vibe time, baby. It's vibe time, baby. Let's go, vibe time, vibe time."
Vibe time. Don't say vibe time. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now.
Especially in that pitch.
You're not gonna win the girls by going around going vibe time.
No vibe time. No more vibe time. So Zandy is dancing by herself, and Ben's kind of, walking around hugging her, getting all touchy, and he's like, "You're my favorite." And he's all handsy with her, and
very
Sarah sees this
handsy.
and gets really mad because she has just told us that Ben is basically her new love story, and then he does this.
Yeah, and like it's no surprise because Zandy, she has these enormous, gorgeous breasts. And so they're just like wafting around in the club. So of course Ben is going to float to them, like you just know it. And then he's just sort of like lingering around. He's going to try to sort of get a free graze, a free touch, feel them on his chest. That's what he's trying to do right now. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And he's just Ben. He's just being gross.
Dom is just laughing at me over here at the side. Dom just had to leave the room because he can't believe the things that are coming out of my mouth. He's just walking. He's leaving. He's exiting.
Love it. Okay, so Sunny is now pissed, right? So she's in the bathroom like, "I'm so pissed." And what's her
Just like
buzz
getting
part?
pissed
It's like,
about a piece
"This
of
is
celery."
not your love story with the Ben. This is the Sunny story. It's not the Ben story. So I need you to concentrate on this is you and not him, okay?"
Yeah, unfortunately though, the Sunny story is not a terribly interesting story. That's the bad part about it. So they get into the vans, and Kyle's like, "Frasier, I love you. I honestly love you." And Frasier goes, "Well, give us a kiss then." And then they start to make out right there in the van.
Yeah, I was cheering.
I was
Nice
cheering
to see.
too.
We don't get to see that a lot, So I was
Not
like,
only that-
"Oh my god, representation!"
Yeah, and you know what? I also loved how Ben was like, "Oh," and they were just all like kind of like laughing and like cheering it on. They weren't like scandalized. They weren't like, "Oh my god," like a gay kiss. It was just like a big tawdry moment, the way any other tawdry moment happens in the vans.
I was just so grateful it wasn't Kyle from the other Below Deck. I was like,
Oh,
thank
God.
God. Thank God it's Fraser. Thank you, God.
Thank you.
Thank you for the small things, So then Fraser is like, "People love making out with me, especially straight guys. Sometimes they like to show me their appreciation with a kiss. I'm not mad about it."
To be fair, Kyle was probably so wasted he thought he was making out with Tilda Swinton.
Which, who wouldn't when you get the chance? You know what I'm saying?
Craziest thing happened. Driving back from the club, and Tilda Swinton was right there in the van, an Oscar winner. I had to make out with her.
Okay, so Sonny's giving Ben the cold shoulder now, and he just doesn't understand it. He's like, "What? Just don't get it. I don't understand how I'm all over that girl at the club, and she's mad," which I probably did on purpose to make her mad, and now I just don't get it. I mean, I try with these girls, but they're just always so mean to me. I just need to go make out with someone else now, and this is all going to be her fault in about 5 minutes. It's like the fuckboy playbook. Here we go.
Here it is. He
Rinse
literally
and
says
repeat.
it. He's like, it's such a roller coaster with Sunny. One moment she's kissing me, the next she's giving me the cold shoulder. I just don't know what to do. This is why I don't get attached to people anymore, because there's too much bullshit that comes with relationships. Okay, woe is you. You, the innocent victim here. You just have to protect your heart here. He acts like she just is so fickle and mercurial, and this just happens to happen, and God, women are crazy. Do you not remember that you actually like undermined her publicly on the radio and embarrassed her? That's why she got mad at you. And by the way, that was the only thing that she got mad at you about. And you're acting like it was constantly that she was going hot and cold, hot and cold. It was actually just one time. And the second time is when you went up to Zandy and were all handsy with her. And it may have been innocent, but it actually, honestly, on Team Sunny about this one. I don't think that she's being like crazy jealous. I think it looked like you were moving like you were trying to make moves on Zandy. So of course she's going to be upset, but he makes it seem like, oh, wow, she's just like inherently unstable, and this is why you have to protect your heart, because these unstable, dangerous people are just going to stomp all over you. No, fuck yourself.
Yeah, but here's what kills me. I know that Sunny's going to be like, I'm so mad. Okay, I'm not mad anymore.
Yeah, that being said.
And that's what makes me fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that she even cares that this fucking loser, who she knows is a fucking loser.
She knows it.
She's already talking about him being her next love story and all worked up over him. It's Ben. Come on. Like, have some fucking taste.
Like, how many times do we have to see this on Below Deck? Honestly, the one who was really the best at this was Mads from last season on Sailing, who was basically, we were so worried for her because she was like, yeah, I'm just fucking Gary because I'm horny. Oh, well. And we're like, oh, here it comes. And then she's going to get her feelings. And she just never did all season. She's like, yeah, I'm just fucking him.
Still fuck you. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I really wanted to actually get with Alex, but I ruined it because I'm sleeping with Gary. So I guess I'll just keep fucking him. She did it right.
I mean, to the point where she actually hurt the feelings of the fuckboy.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Which was wonderful.
Okay, so now we start watching Dylan unravel. It's late night and he's unraveling. He's like, almonds vibe. Oh, tuna vibe. Oh, it's a tuna vibe. Oh, God, I better do a big gym session tomorrow after this. Oh, God. Hot-boiled egg vibe. I'm like, yes, watching him spin out. I fucking love it.
I was like, Ronnie will be so delighted by this scene.
I was.
So Ben and Zandy are hanging out on the deck, and he's just like in his Speedos. And so Sunny comes up and she's like looking for a cigarette or something. And he's like, oh, I threw it out because I thought it was wet. So I threw it out. She goes, okay, copy. And just walks away. So she's all angry. And then she goes up to Barbie and she's like, I can't be nice to Zandy right now. I'm like jealous, obviously. I can't be around them when they're together. I'm like, ew, you're jealous of Ben? Come on, Sunny.
Yeah.
Do better.
Fraser is like, well, he has had his eyes on you since he got on the boat. And she goes, yeah, because I made it happen, not because he wanted it. I just made him on me. And they're like, no, come on now. That's not right. And so Barbie goes and tells Zandy, she's like, listen, you should probably talk to Sunny because, Ben wants to take care of you because you're drinking. And I guess he's being a good guy. But, I know that it's just you guys have a sister and brother relationship, but not everybody really gets that. So
Sandy's like, I probably have more chemistry towards her than to Ben, but I want Ben in my life because he's like my brother, like my really pervy, kind of gross brother. And Barbie's like, well, she doesn't get that. So Zandy is like, well, Sunny has nothing to worry about. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, Ben's just like my friend.
But then she turns it and she's like, well, fuck her then. I didn't do anything to that fucking girl. Fuck that girl.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of get that. But at the same time, she didn't say anything to you. Barbie did. So, like, if Sunny had done something, I get it. But this is Ben, and you can't tell me that you don't see that Ben is acting like that towards you. If you know Ben is hooking up with Sunny, and then Ben's all over you, you don't think that's creepy? I'm sorry with this brother and sister bullshit, but
yeah,
ugly brothers and sisters don't do that. You know what I mean? It's only the hot ones.
I don't know. I support Zandy in the situation. I understand her. She's like, why am I the one that she's mad at? It's because also like, if Sunny's gonna be mad at anyone, she should be mad at Ben.
I'm just saying, don't be mad at her. Be mad at Ben. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. Make your point.
Well, no, I mean, if I were Zandy, I'd be mad at Sunny because Sunny's mad at her. Like, you're mad at me. This is bullshit. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not doing anything. So then Fraser checks in on Xandy, and then she's like, she thinks that me and Ben have a romantic connection. And then Sunny, of course, Sunny does this. She slinks into Ben's bed, and she's like, you know, when Xandy's drunk, she's all about you, and that triggers me so much. Look, if Sunny's horny and just wants to have sex, I totally support it. Go have sex, you know. But like this whole thing, like crawling back, like hoping to get Ben's affections to wrestle him back from
villainizing
Xandy.
the woman in the situation is so fucking gross. And of course she does that. It's like, that she's just that gonna, you can just sense it about Sunny. You know she's gonna fucking do that. But she's like crawling back into his bed and villainizing the other woman. But then so to me, so is Xandy. She's villainizing the woman. Villainize Ben. That guy was clearly all over you at the bar. And if he's hooking up with someone else, he's clearly being disrespectful to that person. Whether you think he's really romantically into you or not, clearly he's being a dick to that girl. So now, again, it's going to become about the girls fighting over this fucking piece of shit guy who's just not treating anyone well. You know?
And who also is going to, as we see, is literally going to drop Sunny in a second the moment a new hot stew comes on board, as seen in the trailer. So basically, Xandy's like,
we weren't committed and you were acting crazy with me and you're always angry with me and you're always blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know who you are sometimes. Like, sometimes you're just really sweet and then you get cold and I just don't understand. I just need someone who, like, is just a little bit more relaxed. I mean, we've seen this a million times on Below Deck, all the Below Decks that this happens.
Yeah. Well, gross. And you would think that these people would watch Below Deck and learn. You know, but you don't learn, you know, and these guys just keep getting promoted.
Well, you know, daddy issues never go away. So, because that's what I always blame everything on daddy issues, but I do think that there's something to it.
Well, daddy issues are unlike daddies. They stay.
That's there. Therein is
Let's
the
end on a nice
irony.
dark note.
I know.
We had a nice dark recap.
Well, everyone watch out for the ocean and daddy issues. Glad you all listened.
Listen, if the ocean doesn't drown you, surely your daddy issues will.
Surely your lifetime of trauma will. Well, what a delight, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate you. We got so many great recaps coming up later this week. Be sure to go to our website, buy tickets to our shows. If you're in town or thinking about traveling to any of the shows, go check them out there, and we will catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Strolling the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
She's the wind beneath our Jennifer Wing.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. We want to hang with Liz Lang. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
We forever love Ava.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We're Pilch Poppers for Jen Pilch.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Hey grown-ups, the Cat in the Hat Cast is a new podcast from Wondery, perfect for the whole family. Join the Cat in the Hat and your favorite Dr. Seuss characters as they get whisked away on a new adventure every week. Fish dreams of creating his very own polite and quiet podcast. That is, until he gets a surprise visit to his Fishbowl podcast studio from the Cat in the Hat himself. and it becomes very clear that the cat has other plans for the podcast. And those plans are the opposite of quiet. Sing along to new favorite songs, try your luck at Titanic tongue twisters, have some fun with wondrous wordplay, and most importantly, bring your family along for all of the adventures in the Cat in the Hat Cast. Follow the Cat in the Hat Cast on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to the Cat in the Hat Cast early and ad-free on Wondery Plus. Join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Wondery Kids Plus on Apple Podcasts today.